Good morning. It's Donald and Mary, and we're here to bring you your morning weather and water report and trail chatter. Mary's going to take it away and tell us what's going on today. It is March 2nd of 2025, and it's a beautiful morning. All right, Mary, go ahead and take it away.
All right, Donald, thank you.
You're welcome.
Good morning, everybody. Right now in Blairsville, it is 29 degrees and clear. Today we're looking at a high of 52. It will be partly cloudy and much cooler. Tonight, 24 degrees and clear. The winds will be light and variable. Up on Blood Mountain today, highest mountain on the Appalachian Trail here in Georgia, we're looking at a high of 43 degrees and mostly sunny. And then tonight, 27 degrees and mostly clear. Winds are 5 to 10 miles per hour with gusts up to 20 miles per hour. We are still looking at a high fire conditions for central to north Georgia. We have a relative low humidity, so that increases the chance for fires. And of course, being the time of year that it is after fall and winter, there's a lot of dry, tinder on the ground, leaves, branches, everything out there. So there is a higher chance of fire. Water right now is still good on the trail, and we haven't had rain in several days, so the seasonals will start to dry up. I don't think we're at that point yet, but just use caution and make sure you top off, especially between Hawk Mountain Shelter and Justice Creek. You have 6.2 miles as you're walking north there, where it is always dry, so you just want to keep that in mind. Also, now that we're down in the lower temperatures at night again, make sure you keep some of those filters warm, like the Sawyer and the anti-gravity, and keep some of those. The pumps are good, and if you have the tablets like the iodine or any of those, you're good, of course, but keep those filters warm so they're not destroyed. Donald, what else do we want to talk about today?
Okay, and so today, let's see. Did you already discuss this right now?
I have not. I've only discussed that we have some high fire conditions.
All right, sweet. All right, I apologize.
That's
so,
okay.
the wildfires, we do have, she was talking about the fire conditions and the low humidity. We do have a wildfire south of Camp Merrill near Dahlonega, Georgia. This is 3 miles south of the AT near Cooper Gap. And so hikers, just be aware, man, that it's super dry out here, man. Designated areas, if you are gonna start a fire, meaning the fire rings that are out there are already built, man. The USFS, GATC, ATC, the acronyms of the trail really want people to camp in designated areas. And if you're gonna stealth camp, man, leave the smallest footprint possible. Don't build rings, don't clear leaves out, man. Leave it the way it is, man. If you're gonna stealth camp, and I do not suggest doing it, I'm just saying if you do. And I'm not saying not to do it. I'm just saying if you do it, man, leave the smallest footprint. Don't build fire rings, man. They want you to keep the fire rings in designated areas, and they are only supposed to be, I think they're only supposed to be either 1 tier high or 2 tiers high. They're not supposed to be way like 5 tiers high or built with a shield. Some people will build a shield so it reflects the heat back. If that's what you have to do that night and there's rocks, man, do what you need to do, man. But in the morning, trying to put it back the way you found it, man, because it's super important. Because the next person, man, will come along and think they can do it too, man. And the next thing you know, everything's tore up in that area. Trees are people are sawing trees down, taking down limbs, and soon enough, man, the whole place will be bare and tore up, and the next thing you know, man, you've left a big old footprint, man. And that is what we are trying to avoid, are those big footprints, man. So that all being said, man, it's super dry out here, guys. Try not to start a fire. If you do, be mindful of what you're doing, man. Make sure that you don't build rockers. I mean, you can't stop these embers from flying or sparks, man. It's gonna happen. Try to clear the leaves away from the area that you're in. Clear out a good area, man. And when you leave the area, make sure that you've put the fire out completely, man. I mean, that fire needs to be done, because even that little teeny tiny ember, man, that's in the bottom of that fire that you think is out, all it takes is some wind pushing through those little holes in the rocks and stuff, man. Those little air holes work as like kind of like it creates like a wind tunnel kind of, and it will get that ember heated up, and eventually that fire will strike back up, man, and no one will be around to watch it, and that's how it all starts, man.
That's right.
And so just be super aware of that, man. All right, next, I-40. Oh, boom. Wait a minute, man. We're gonna wait for the I-40 openings. So they did open back up. But what we're gonna do now, man, is move on over to the registry. And so right now for northbounds, we have 1,870, and it is steadily climbing because it went up 42 from yesterday. So yesterday on March 1st, it looks like 109 people registered and left Amicalola yesterday, and today it looks like there's going to be another 43-ish or 2-ish. So
That's the big numbers.
yeah, we're starting to climb in numbers, man. I think people are starting to see that between Hot Springs or Cosby, Tennessee, or Davenport Gap, 232, 2 Mile Damascus area, that area now is definitely open, and there are drivers and hostels and towns that are ready to for hikers to roll on through, man. They're ready to take care of the hikers and assist them, man. So I think people are starting to see that.
Yes, definitely.
And they're starting to register. All right, that's super cool, man. And so flip-flops, we're still sitting at 98, and Sobos, 4. And we're still actually looking at the month of March.
That's
when we do the registration. All right, so another piece of exciting news, man, is I-40 between Asheville and Newport has reconnected, man. And so, so 5 months after Hurricane Helene severed a critical Appalachian freight corridor, a 12-mile stretch of Interstate 40 through North Carolina's Pigeon River Gorge reopened Saturday. Boom. So yesterday, man, March 1st, they did open
That's
back
awesome.
up. It is super awesome because it helps everyone.
It sure does.
You know what I mean, man? So it's super cool. It is still a construction zone. The highway is mostly operational, though. Its 4 lanes have been reduced to 2, with the roadway held together by nails drilled deep into the mountainside. Tractor trailers now thread between 9-inch concrete barriers as engineers continue the work. Reopening that stretch of I-40 restores a vital freight corridor. Reopening the stretch of I-40 restores a vital freight corridor that supports both regional industries and national supply chains. Super awesome. And hikers, or it connects hikers.
That's right.
So, well, we're still going to get connected, but a lot easier, man. So, before Hurricane Helene washed out a 4-mile stretch of I-40 connecting North Carolina and Tennessee in late September, this section of highway served as a trucking route linking East Coast ports to Midwestern hubs. And so I-40 looks like it goes north and south right there, and it does, but it actually goes west and east. And so its closure disrupted shipments of everything from auto parts to produce from Tennessee, while stranding tourists headed to Asheville, where the hospitality industry generates over $2 billion annually. State officials estimate the closure cost local businesses millions in lost revenue, underscoring I-40's role as an economic lifeline for Western North Carolina and beyond. You start thinking, what the heck are we gonna do, man? Because operational wise, that's where 90% to 95% of our trucks take that route every single day, said Spencer Lynn, Vice President of East West Incorporated, a North Carolina based family trucking company that transport auto parts nationwide. So they were stuck, man, having to go all the way around the Smokies
That's right.
or all the way around, man, the Roan Mountain area and
That's
stuff,
right.
man. Because they can't just drive up these like twisting mountain roads that we can, man. They got to go
Mm-hmm.
around a whole different route, man, which is a whole different animal for them. So totally understandable. I can't imagine what it did to people, man. The closure of I-40 forced Lynn's drivers to add nearly 300 miles to their routes.
Yeah,
Same with us, man.
That's right.
Significantly cutting into revenue as they rerouted shipments to key destinations like Indianapolis, Chicago, and Kansas City. Even with the highway reopening, Lynn remains concerned about lingering challenges. We believe that even when it opens, there's going to be a lot of logistical issues and a lot of delays with it being one lane. Totally understandable. I mean, I've sat in those I-40. Like that place is a major route for trucks. That's all you see out there. They're just everywhere, man. It's pretty scary actually.
It is.
Because it's so like thin and bumpy, and these trucks are just bouncing along. I mean, hammering down, and you're like, and you're in between like these two barriers, kind of, man. There's like a barrier like this high, man, on the side of you, and you know this big old truck right over here, man, and they're just like weaving down the road at like 100 miles per hour, it seems like, man. And at night it can be super scary, man, because they're all running at night too.
Yeah, there's a
man,
lot of them. You'll see, you know, a great length of it. I wouldn't say miles, but you know, it can be up to, I would say, a mile or more of just trucks.
Yeah,
You know, as they
definitely.
go
Just
through
hammering
there.
down through.
Absolutely.
Just hammering, man. Between Newport, because it's like a gorge, man. You follow the Pigeon River down. You're in a gorge, man. And it's high cliffs on both sides of you, man. And little pigeons right here. You know, the roads right here. It's pretty crazy, man. It's
Very
pretty
beautiful
wild.
through there too.
It's super gorgeous,
I
man. We got
love it.
videos of it.
Yeah.
Check out our YouTube, man. The Real Grateful Hiker, Grateful Hiker, Donald Ballard, Mary, whatever, for the shuttle. You find all these videos, man. A temporary fix. The highway's reopening marks a fragile victory. A temporary fix that funnels traffic through single lanes flanked by construction crews still drilling into crumbling slopes with speed limits halved to 35 miles per hour and oversized trucks banned indefinitely. And so anything over 18 wheels and wide loads are not allowed up in there. So just truckers, man, with 18 wheels, no wide loads. And of course, passenger vehicles, yada, yada, yada. This is an active work zone, warned North Carolina Department of Transportation, NCDOT, engineer Nathan Tanner, who oversaw the emergency stabilization of the slopes. Our contractors will be pursuing the permanent repair of I-40 the entire time they are traveling through this location. In quotations, that's Tanner. So how do you rebuild a completely washed out stretch of highway perched precariously next to a winding river? The answer, nails. Not just any nails. Long, steel reinforced soil nails. And it has like these long screws sticking out. They look like bolts with like they look like bolts with nuts on them going into the side of the mountains. And so it's a temporary shoring mechanism that uses steel rods drilled into the mountainside into competent rock to hold everything in place so that we didn't lose any more of the open travel lanes, Tanner explained at the news conference Friday. Geotechnical engineers installed 90,000 square feet of soil nail walls, drilled nearly 2,100 feet of nails, and utilized 15,200 pounds of steel across damaged portions of the highway to fortify 4 miles of the shoulder for truck traffic, according to NCDOT. All right, man. So current cost for this temporary fix, the washed out portion of I-40 is estimated up to $15 million, Tanner said. It's going to be a lot of money. It's going to take a lot of time to get this right. But I believe that when they are done with it, it's going to be awesome. And I believe that area actually needed to build. And so not saying that this storm was needed, man, but that road definitely needed some work,
Yeah,
and
it
I'm
did.
glad that they're putting the work in right now to make this place a better place and stronger, to support another storm that might flow through there again, or the pigeon, you know, raging like it was and just wiping out everything, man. And so I hope that they are able to rebuild it stronger, better, and bigger. And that way, those trucks that are flying up through there, man, they can just go on a smooth road. It'll be nice, man.
Yeah, it will. So
Definitely.
even though it's reduced speed limits, we're allowed to go through now, so that's
Yeah.
awesome. You know, you can move through there and don't have to seek the alternate. Yay!
I know, I think
It's exciting. I love
Definitely.
driving up there too because it's so beautiful. Like I was saying earlier, it's just
it's gorgeous.
one of my favorite places to drive through.
And there's actually a place up there. I think they call it like the Vulture's Roost, or like the it's some roost or something. But it's actually off I-40, and it's like a pull off, man. And then you hike up to the top, and it overlooks the pigeon and stuff, man. I'll figure out the name of
Yeah,
it
yeah.
and tell y'all, man. I can't remember it off the top of my head. But it's way up there, man. It's like a complete drop off and stuff, man. But anyways, that's what we have going on with I-40, guys. I actually was reading from a news article here by CNN, I think it is, and so super awesome. I love hearing that, man. It's gonna make it easier on everyone to move around now, man. So. All right, that's what we have going on there. And yesterday's festivities were, I guess the ATKO, or the AT Gateway now, I didn't realize this, but they moved that all up to the launch. They're not like scattered
Okay.
out anymore.
I didn't
man,
realize
guess.
that either.
Yeah, man. From what I understand, it's all inside now, and it's more of it's not kind of, that's why everyone's gathering over at Gooch Gap, man.
Okay.
So yeah.
So they have it more structured now.
Yeah, it's a little bit different now, man. So we didn't get a chance to get down there yesterday morning. We had some calls and stuff, and I actually was very busy yesterday. But Mary and Jordan were out working the roads, man, and Jordan was able to get some videos and stuff of what was going on at Mountain Crossings. They had several bands up there. They were grilling out, man. It was a big old festival, man. There was a lot of vendors there. It was like Big Agnes, Topos, Oboes, man, and several bands actually. Yeah. So super cool time, I guess, up there. I've got videos. I'm gonna put them together. But I was down here, man, answering phones and scheduling people. And Mary was actually moving around. Also, she had a Pinhoti Trail and then another show in between. But the Atlanta to the Pinhoti is a good 6-hour ride
Yes,
plus,
definitely.
man. So all together, complete. And plus, there was a half-hour stop in
Mm-hmm.
there, so we had to stop at a Wally World or
Yes.
something, so they could go in and grab some stuff before they get back on or get on trail. Because I believe they're doing the Pinhoti South, correct?
They are,
Yeah,
yes.
super cool, man. So I actually didn't get to the festivities, and Mary didn't either. But what I understand, man, is Mountain Crossings gave out a bunch of they raffled off a bunch of stuff,
That's right.
and I guess Nemo won a bunch of stuff. Jordan did, bro. I guess Craig did. Everyone won stuff, man. They were giving away some good stuff too, like Osprey backpacks and. They always do, actually. They do a good job up there, I think, at gifting stuff, man. I think it's cool, man. They're pretty cool people up there. But yeah, so that's what happened up at the Crossings yesterday, dude. I don't know too much about what happened down at Amicalola, man, but my buddy Long Term and Christy stopped by, so we talked for a while, man, and they told me a little bit about it, and then they went on their way, and then I fell asleep kind of, man. While I'm scheduling the last schedule, it was like 7 o'clock. I was just like, I was so tired by that time, man, because, you know, I spend up to an hour and a half
Yeah.
with some customers, man. And yesterday, I spent some time on the phone, man. And after a while, it gets to be like blah, 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 blah. And it's not blah, 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 like I don't like to do it. It's just a lot, man, and you're just tired. You know, you get up at 3 a.m. and you start with this here. You just start writing stuff down and picking the drivers and their brains and stuff, and talking to other people and trying to put together information, man, that actually helps the communities. And so, you know, after that, man, 7 o'clock comes around, man, and that last ride rolled in. And I was just scheduling the last one, and I got that in, and Jordan came in, and he came in. I had him buy a bunch of ribeyes and stuff, man, that sat in the fridge, never cooked them, man. Got shrimp and stuff, man. We're gonna cook, and Mary rolled in. I was already in bed.
I rolled in at 8:30 last night.
I was already passed
Yeah,
out. She made me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and I just kind of like, I ate it, drank some milk, and passed back out, woke back up, man, and I just started working again. That's what we do, man. It's every single day, man. It's just that every day, and it's like, I would have loved to have gone up there, man, but it's like, you know, we got to take care of our customers
right.
too, and our motto is that we are here when you call. And so if I'm not there to answer that call, man, I feel like I've done the customer wrong, or you know what I mean, or we're not following what our word is, man. And our word is super important to me, man. It's like,
We're a support system, not just
That's
a shuttle
right.
service. From the minute we encounter you on the phone and you choose to use us, we support you. It doesn't matter what it is. It's
That's
not just a
right.
pick up at A and drop you at B and never see you again, never talk to you again. We are here.
That's right. You
When
call,
you-
they
when you
call,
need
and we come, and I don't care what time it is, man. It's just what we do, and that's what we've always done, man. And we've always tried to just make sure that we're there for the hikers. And it doesn't even matter if they're our customer, not just for anyone out here, man. And so, super important. But man, last night, man, it was a fun day, man. We had a lot of calls, just helped a lot of people, and it's rewarding at the end of the day, man, to be exhausted and like just pass out, man, and know that you've helped all those cats out, man, and you've made one step closer to your goal also, or our goal, man, and that's to be, you know, the best people we can be for other people, so they can experience the magic of the trail, man. So, anyways, man, do you have anything else you'd like to
I
say?
do.
Oh, I apologize. Okay.
It's okay. All right. I just want to remind everyone that yesterday started the mandatory hard-sided bear canisters that are required, even though there's bear vaults between Girard Gap and Neil Gap from March 1st until June 1st. You must have that if you're going to camp between Girard and Neil Gap. If you're not camping between that, don't worry about the canister. Walk straight on through. If you camp at Lance Creek before that, walk on through. But if you're going to camp in that section, it is mandatory. You will get a fine if you're caught with that one.
Also, I want to say, man, that between those two spots, there is bear activity. When you get to Girard Gap, guys, take a look. You're gonna come there. You're gonna get into Girard. You're gonna walk down, okay, man. You're gonna come down in, and there's gonna be a four-way. And right there at the four-way, man, there's a camping area. And if you look at those trees and the area all around, you're gonna see bear activity, man. All the trees are cleaned of the bark and stuff, man. But also, I have almost hit bear running across the road, because 180 runs right with the trail out. It's like right there, man. You just don't know it, but it's there. And so bear run right out in front of us, right across, and right into Witt's Hole Shelter, right up the backside of that place is hot for bears, man. Anyways, and it has been for a long time, man. So definitely that area. I suggest just stuffing your bag, your bear stuff into the bear vault that is at Woods Hole, man. It's been there for years, so use it, man. Don't sleep with your stuff there, man. It's a bad idea, man. So just a heads up. So definitely, they will fine you too, man. That is mandatory. That's not like a ATC rule or something. That's the USFS, man. So definitely just be aware of that, guys. All right. Is there anything else?
No.
Oh, cool, man. All right, guys. If anyone needs anything at all, give us a call. We're here for you. Thank you so much. Have a great day. One love. Peace.